Okay, so for this edition of the newsletter tip, going to be a slightly different type of tip where we're not going to be looking at so much of a swing issue or a type of shot, but more about how you can use your handicap more effectively to help you score better and also help you with when holes become a bit of a bogey hole and how you can play them a little bit differently but still score well on them. Okay, so you can see here I've got a couple of images of the third hole here at Heniton. I've written at the top there, stroke index 6, so showing that obviously it's one of the harder holes in the course. You can also see that I've annotated these images by putting some lines on in how we can play the hole differently. I think the problem with when we see a par 3, there's this thought that we're supposed to hit the green in 1 because of it being a par 3. But of course, when you have a handicap, then actually we don't necessarily need to. You know, in effect, on a stroke index 6, for those of 24 handicap and above, you're getting 2 shots on that hole. So in reality, it's actually a par 5. It might seem like a very short par 5, but scoring a 5 on that hole still would get you 2 points in Stableford or a net par. So why not play it like you see on this image here? Because it's a far safer route. You could hit maybe just 2 7-irons as opposed to a driver. The second shot's going to be less dangerous because you can play it through the bunkers instead of trying to go over the bunkers. And even if you're on the green in 2, you've still got 3 putts to make a par, but more likely, hopefully, you're going to make 2 putts, which will be a net birdie. Even if you manage to get a single putt, you've got a net eagle straight away. So I think sometimes it's just using your inner caddy, thinking how you can play the hole differently in relation to the amount of shots you get, and ultimately finding your par for the hole so you can score better and stop those big numbers racking up and ruining your round. So next time you play, check out the stroke index a little bit more carefully. Look at how you can play the hole in a different way that takes the danger spots out of play and use that to your advantage, and hopefully that'll help you see you score much, much better.